guys, my name is Kate Jamila and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video is just going to be Chit-chat Get Ready with me. So today's topic, I feel like it's needed because a lot of people scarce away from relationships, or committed, I should say committed relationships, because of these three phases. So while I'm discussing my discussion, I am going to be, just doing my makeup because I feel like makeup is so relaxing to me. I don't know about other ladies or, how y'all feel, but I just feel like makeup is more relaxing to me. Any products that I will be using will be in the description box below. I really won't be discussing products because I'm going to be discussing this topic. So let's just get to it. So starting off, in my opinion, I did notes. So if y'all wonder why I'm kind of like drifting off to the side a little bit, I did have notes because I was trying to prepare myself. It's just, in my opinion, this is basically, it's like, this is, but some of them are like kind of, they're actual facts. Like, come on, y'all. Like, I already did my eyebrows and my eye makeup off camera if y'all didn't notice, because it's time consuming. This video would have been extra long, and then I need concentration when I do my eye makeup and eyebrows, so yeah. But let's get to it. Basically, in my opinion, from what I've seen as well as experience, monogamous committed relationships can be hard if two people involved are not on the same accord. You know what I'm saying? There will be disagreements, like in a committed relationship. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you're not always going to agree, and that's when y'all are going to need to like come together and discuss those disagreements. Or sometimes it just comes down to agree to disagree, if it's like a basic situation that you're disagreeing on. But if something's severe, y'all really gonna have to have that deep discussion. But anywho, at times there will be, like I said, obstacles can occur when you and in a relationship, and it can shake y'all union. So for example, it's not always going to be glitz and glam, I guess you can say. Like, for example, I use myself. The first argument I ever had when I got in a relationship with my significant other now, I was truly like in a state of like, not shocked, because of course I knew couples argue, but like, we were not that couple that argued. We were like goofy, easygoing two people. So it was like, when we're arguing, it took me back some, because I was like, oh my gosh, are we really freaking arguing? Like, and I was a bit like upset about it, and I just realized to myself, oh my gosh, we reached that stage where it's no longer the puppy dog stage. It's over. We've been arguing. But it's not always glitz and glam. You're gonna fall on hard times. For example, you could I wouldn't say it's always financial when you'll fall on hard times, but it could be like, there's not a lot of quality time given, and one person may feel neglected, and that could be a hard time for you guys because that person's always probably like working or something like that, and just not giving you the time they used to give you. Or for instance, you know what I mean, or doing things like taking you out on dates, stuff like that. Like, or just, it could be like another person, like I say, it can be financial. Y'all lose a job, something, things are happening in your life personally that it's affecting the relationship, basically. Not communicating is also another thing, in my opinion, I feel, that falls under like the hard part, I guess you could say. I can say, I'm gonna use myself for example. I'm just gonna use me as example in this whole video, because I'm not gonna put my friend's business out there like that, and I really don't know everybody else's relationships. But I feel like sometimes, or majority of times in a relationship, there can be, y'all communicating is off, basically. So for instance, like, you can communicate well, y'all talking and stuff, but y'all not comprehending each other's communication. So I don't know if it's coming out right, but let me use an example. So for instance, what, is this the right color? Oh, it oxidizes, girl. Quick second, I was about to Let me look. Oh, let me look. Darken that up a little because I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. This is kind of orangey though. I don't know. Let's see. Could be the lights. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying, so the communication level with both parties not comprehending. So basically, for instance, I deal with triggers. Like I have these triggers. Like I have a problem with you talking to me in an authoritative way. There's a way you can speak to me. You can speak to me sternly, but when you start to say like, no, this is what you need to do, it's like, oh, I'm not a child. And that triggers me to come in like, who are you talking to? And he could be saying to me like, bro, this is not what I meant. I'm meaning it like in a stern way. Like, hey, this is what, you know, you need to do and da-da-da-da. I'm not saying it as in that way. You're taking it the wrong way. So that's when that comprehension level comes in. You're like, oh, okay, well then you need to explain that to me instead of like just saying that and going about your business like everything is all fine and dandy, because it's not. That's what I mean when I'm saying comprehension. Sometimes you can just be saying things to somebody, arguing with somebody, or even saying like, I'm okay with a situation when you're really not. Communicating with them and actually telling them how you're feeling. And please don't give me that whole mess about men don't speak about their feelings. Probably, yeah, majority, they don't. But you need to get into it, because I'm starting to look like this foundation making me look like Casper. Is this the right... Did I get darker? I ain't been in the sun that much. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. But like basically, like I'm saying, like you need to communicate with your partner at a like basically all costs. We're like, I'm gonna say in my relationship, we're now getting into that, like communicating on our feelings, because before it wouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like most couples go through that phase when it's like they're not communicating how they feel, and then they'll feel some type of way, and then 2 weeks later, hold on, y'all, I'm gonna come back. I have to eat. He made me say, like I was basically saying, I'm sorry, y'all, I had to eat. So I was so hungry, and I'm shooting this in the morning early. I'm hungry. Anyway, like I was saying, basically, like the communicating, you guys need to be open to communicating, and sometimes it can be hard in a relationship. Not when my other nail just broke. Y'all, let me pause on this whole chit chat. These two been giving me hell. I don't even know where the other nail went. When I was doing my hair, this one broke. I don't know where that went. And I don't know where this one was. Yes, they pressed on, but I glued them down, and I don't even know if it's the glue or me. I just had to get that frustration out. Okay, let me continue. Basically, like I was saying, communicating, like if you're not comprehending what each other is saying or trying to get the point across, if you're not open to talking about your feelings, expressing how you know, you felt in a situation that you guys went through, or basically just talking in general, then you're gonna have a hard time. And not only that, even if you guys are open, and sometimes you may feel, the person may feel embarrassed about expressing, you know, how they feel. That I've also, it falls under like kind of toxic traits, because contrary to what we all believe, I don't know if some people, because some people really be hard on it, like, I'm not a toxic person. You may not be a toxic person like all the time, but we all have toxic traits, y'all. Okay, we all have some type of toxicity in us, and sometimes without even being aware, it can bleed into our relationship. Okay, like for instance, like I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna use myself as an example. One of my biggest toxic trait I can honestly say is that I have a negative mindset. I am not optimistic about anything, which is a horrible trait. And yes, I'm working on it, praying on it, and meditating on it, yes, on a daily basis. So if you're wondering, like, are you even working on that? I am, sweetie. I even go to therapy, boo, so please. Okay, it was getting to the point where like anything my significant other would say, like, you know, we're gonna get through this situation, I'm banking on this, I'd be like, I don't know why you thinking that, because nothing ever good comes our way. It was getting to that point. Like, I'm not negative to the point where I'm like, something good is happening to somebody and I'm like, no, I'm not like that. And when things are happening to me, like for instance, like I feel like with my whole lupus treatment, I'm still, you know, dealing with that lupus treatment and all that mess, but still to this day, every single time I go to the doctor's office and I hear a new prognosis or some other crap, I'm like, why, Lord? I never see the positivity in a situation. Basically, I always see the negative aspect of it. So like, I'm not even trying to make myself feel good about the situation, like some part of the situation feel good about it. I'm just always stuck on like, this is always happening, this is it's always negative. I'm not optimistic at all. So I'm learning to be better at that, and that can be toxic when you're always so negative about every situation that happens to you, like crying on why me on me, why me on me. Like, girl, why not you? The worst things happen to people. So that's something that I would have to work on, but it was bleeding into my situation that I'm in. So that's why I'm saying like that can have an effect on someone's relationship as well, because they're gonna think like, dang, is there anything you gonna think positively about other than you being so negative about that? So that's what I see when I fall into like hardships for the first phase. And then the second phase, people, I feel like when the reason why they don't step into a committed relationship is they feel so overrated. Standards. Y'all standards be up. And by all means necessary. I mean, boo, do you. I mean, if you want a 6-figure man, that's great. But what are you doing? Is you bringing any 6 figures or half of that or portion, quarter? I don't know. What are you doing? Like, if a man is looking for a woman who's exactly like you, who you know he want to take care of and do all that mess with, then baby, you just lucked up. But it's very rare. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I ain't never heard a man come across and say, I'm looking for somebody who don't want to do nothing, don't have no ambition, no da 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 da. I'm gonna just take care of her. He got to be really in love, because I have in my life. But y'all standards be too high. Y'all expectations. I feel like that's when that communication, bringing it from the other phase, comes in. Like, when you meet somebody, are you telling them, this is what I expect out of you, and I hope this is what you expecting out of me? Because if your standards is for this person is to be a certain way and they become a complete opposite, you're gonna be one unhappy person. And that, I feel like that's what makes relationships overrated. People get upset. They're like, this is not what I expected a relationship to be. That's what you expected. You didn't expect your mindset of a relationship to be that way. But not all relationships is like that, you know, especially depending on the person that you're dealing with. So standards be like, oh, weird, you're not bringing anything to the table. You can't be working at Dollar General and expect this man to be a corporate CEO of a company somewhere, or in a whole manager position, or own something, and you just work up the street. And you don't want him to have no kids. Hold on. Shut up. What? Please be quiet. I'm doing something. Dad, what was I saying? I'm sorry. I keep getting interrupted. Expectations. Okay, yeah. Like, you can't expect a guy to have no kids, make this amount of money, drive this car, live in this area, and baby, you drive a 1998 Honda, work at Dollar General, you got 2 kids, and none of their fathers are in their lives, which is not a problem. Not saying that, so don't come for me in the comments, but your expectations is for a guy to have all this, and you have no ambition, no goals, and you just want to find a sponsor to take care of you and your kids. by all means necessary, baby, do as you feel, but you gotta be able to have something too. Don't. And for instance, pause, ladies, please stop, because you should not want a man to like literally have control over that. What? No, are you kidding me? Please trust and believe me, please don't. Like, don't do that. Just saying. Okay, just had to throw that out there. Anywho, but yeah, like I was saying, and now let me stop coming out for the ladies, because this is for men too. Now, men, y'all can't just be some bunch of bums. No ambition, again, no goals, no nothing. Don't take care of the kids you already made. Don't even go visit them, take care of them. Expect for a woman to cook, clean, and do things for you, help pay the bills or whatever bills you got, let alone that. And all you offering is headaches and whack pee-wee. Boy, no. Like, go somewhere. You have to have some type of stuff to bring to the table as well. So I think it comes to vice versa too. It just like, some of y'all expectations be out of this world, and you're not even disclosing those expectations in a relationship. And me as an example too, you can be in a relationship with this person, a person for instance, everything's going great, you know, y'all both had great jobs or whatever the case may be, and everything's just moving. But if, for instance, say the guy, he loses his job all of a sudden, and instead of the woman saying, you know what, I got you until you're able to get back on your feet, you're like, no, you're a broke man. I don't have time for this. Goodbye. And it's not like he just purposely was like, bye, I'm leaving my job for you to take care of me. I just lost, you know, some things. They probably have budget cuts, whatever the case may be. But you just high dry leave him. And was your expectations for this man to always have a job at any given moment? Were you expecting him not to go through hard times? Like, girl, what? So you have to also take that into consideration as well. And I feel like some of women fall short on that too, and as well as men. So, you know what? That's when y'all gonna have to open up that communication again. So that's what I say when I feel like some people feel like relationships overrated. But then again, y'all be saying, I don't know how the dating world is. I haven't been dating world in over 7 years, so I don't know. But a lot of y'all say it got pee in it. And ew, I don't want to deal with that. So I completely understand. And like, if you have a certain standard and you're bringing this to the table, you want an equal amount, that's understandable. You want what's equal to what you're also bringing. But for the people who don't bring nothing, baby, you're gonna have to lower them standards. Because what are you bringing? Absolutely nothing. And what is that? Okay. So the last, I guess I can say, like, not phase, I would say yeah, phase would be the easygoing phase. Everybody know about the easygoing phase now. And that's really basically, I feel like, the phase where it starts off in the beginning with all feeling of it's finally flowing. There's balance. You know what I mean? The only argument you gonna have is what y'all want to eat tonight. That's it. That's it. Nothing too deep. You know? Nothing too scenarios. And I feel like, though, before I get into the easygoing, y'all gonna change in relationships, okay? Y'all gonna grow. Y'all are not gonna be the same person y'all was when y'all first started out. Trust and believe me, I know. Because time and time again, I'll hear my significant other say to me, you are not the same person I started dating back in the day. And I was like, no, I'm not. Definitely not that I have, you know, I had my recent diagnosis. Oh, excuse me, I burp. My recent diagnosis and how it took him through. When I had got diagnosed with lupus, I had to just put the sip in there. It did change me as a person. And not only that, I was going through my own processing and having this diagnosis, but not realizing My significant other was going through that too. It's not just you going through it, they're going through it with you. So you gotta take that in consideration as well. It's not just you. So not only are you guys growing and adjusting and trying to maneuver into a new routine, you're also becoming different people, because traumatic situations or just any situation changes the person and the people that you're with. So just be mindful that they are never gonna be the same. And I don't know how many times people are gonna change, it depends on the person, but if you honestly thinking you're in a relationship and you're like, this person has changed, they're never the same, okay, they were supposed to. If they're supposed to stay the same, then something is obviously wrong. They were not growing or nothing. But I just want to say that tidbit. But going back to easygoing, there's not much arguing, not more bickering. There's listening, compromising, taking accountability, and that is the biggest one. Talk to people out there who be like, it's never me. It ain't never you, huh? It ain't never you. I used to be, it's never me. I used to be that. Until I realized one day, oh child, it is you. you can be a bit much. You know, so taking accountability is also a biggest thing, like saying, you know what, I was wrong in this situation, I apologize, but this is not how I meant it. This is how I was trying to make it come off as. I apologize for doing whatever the thing I did. I didn't mean it that way. That is taking accountability. And some of y'all don't like doing it. But when you're in an easygoing type of flow balance phase, you take that. And you also take time for each other. There's no neglecting. You're going on dates. You're setting up quality time, whether it's in the house or outside of the house. Basically, like I said, dates. You are actually saying to yourself, hey, it's calmer. Like, there's no I just want to punch the person in the face. It's not like it's not like I wanted to strangle the person. Okay, that's kind of hard, but let me stop saying it. For y'all think I'm over here trying to kill somebody. But basically, you're just taking the time to, you know, you relearning the person, you're loving it, you're growing. It's just a flow, it's a balance, and that's when it's all becoming like, this is so much peace, I love it. I don't want to relieve this. But basically, that's just, I feel like the 3 phases of relationships: hardships, overrated, and easygoing. Like, that's why people don't want to get into it sometimes. They get into it if it's easygoing, and I feel like that's why no one really wants to take that step. And sometimes y'all want to lie. Now we reading the comments on the shade room now. Y'all want y'all cake and leave it too, man. Sorry I had to say that. Or some women who out here being on that player role. Y'all want y'all cake and eat it too. I'm like, wow. That's how we doing it these days? You know, I guess. I diverse. But anywho, I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera, y'all, and then I'm gonna show y'all the finishing look. Why do my lips look like that? I could go eat some earlier. But anywho, I'm finished the rest of my face off camera. When I come back, show y'all finished look. Okay, and I don't know what these 2 nails are, so don't mind them. And mind your business about my nail. Okay. Alright, y'all, this is the finishing look. You like? I love these earrings. I got them from Shein. I never got to wear them yet. This top is also from Shein. It's a bodysuit. I love it. This is eye makeup. Everything goes together. So my nails are broke. I told y'all. Ooh, y'all about to see my nails are, which is the best. But anyway, this is the finishing look, guys. Don't forget to like and comment below on this video. Like it because you like this makeup look, and like it if you like this topic, and comment below any relationship advice or topics for anybody. Please comment below, talk to me. I feel like I'm very, very nice, and you already know what I'm about to say. If you caught this vibe with me, if you caught this vibe, you might as well what? You might as well subscribe. Thank you.